Let's just start at the stern, shall we? First things first, I have a nice rain fly on here. It's got a bunch of clips that may or not be visible very good in the sunshine, but they come off real quick. If Ann will hold the camera for me, and I don't fall in the lake. One nice thing about this boat, unlike many other boats, is there is not a zipper or a snap on it. And that's one thing I grew to hate on most cuddy cabins and those types of boats. This one is quick and it fits. This particular tarp is stock tarp right off the shelf at the lumber yard. I've actually got a spare one in here if the wind ever takes this one out. I'll just slap a new one in, and it's all with little plastic clips here. Angle that straight up, thank you.
Okay. Oops.
And the little plastic clips clip on the tarp. Now the tarp self-stows, which is very nice. There's a couple other clips. I'm not going to put them all on, but you can see how it stows up here. And then let's take a look at a couple things on deck here. Actually, take that again, please. This is the lid to the engine compartment. There's a switch right here, which will open that lid. And that's automatic, actually. If the temperature in the engine compartment gets a little warm, which it does on a big motor like that, that lid will open automatically. And we'll take a much closer look at the engine here in a little bit. Also in the same area.
Okay, I gotta come in for this a little.
Here's some exhaust cutouts. They came with the boat. We'll talk about them a little bit more later also.
I can't see what I'm doing now.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll get a better look at all this stuff in a little bit. At any rate, I don't use them much here because people frown upon the noise. But they sure sound nice at idle. Like a Harley on steroids. Okay. I can take her now, I think. Here's one of my many innovations. It's a pike pole right here. If you're jumping for the dock, you can just pull it right out and you have it very quickly. And that's a nice thing.
Yes, it is.
Fire extinguishers everywhere. Here's a barbecue that actually swings out over the water. Goes out very easily. 20-gallon propane tank that you can actually see the level of the propane in it. Here's a hatch down to the fuel tank. Here's a fuel fill for the main fuel tank. Now we get over to here. Let's look at this on the engine real quick. I've got a number of hatches to inspect the engine, including, oh yeah, a very nice, very bright LED light so a guy can see down there in the darkness. But we're going to take a closer look at that in a minute too. There's a poor man's toilet. The girls do use it for the most part, and they love it. Another one of my innovations, basically an instant privacy screen to be used for the toilet. And there it is. There's a shower head right there. Now it's cool water on the lake, but it's warmer than the water that's 4 feet down if you're trying to take a bath out here. So it is a valuable asset. Here's a secondary fuel tank and a fill hose. And here's a washdown hose. We'll talk about that pump in a minute. There's also another hose up front to wash the front deck and for unruly passengers.